Murray will kick us off. Best of 3 tiebreak sets.
Robredo a chance. If Murray misses his first serve, the Spaniard can get involved in one of those protracted baseline rallies, then I think he'll feel confident of winning a fair amount of them. But if Murray can get a high percentage of first serves in and then step up the court and take the ball on, try and keep the rallies a little shorter, play a little more aggressively, then I think that will give Murray the upper hand. Murray going for his 31st career title this afternoon. Robredo, his 13th. The overall matchup is concerned, I don't think it's a great one for Robredo because he normally likes to feel that he's fitter than the opposition and that he can outmaneuver them and draw errors from them. But we know Murray defends so well, such a good counter puncher, and we know that he's finally back to full fitness now. So no advantage in that regard for Robredo. Yeah,
I think if there are any doubts over Murray's fitness after the back surgery during the last quarter of 2013, his activity in the last 5 weeks have put any of those doubts to bed. He's played so many matches, some tough matches as well.
We know that's where he draws his confidence from too. He always puts himself through the ringer during the off-season to start the following year in the best possible shape. Unfortunately, since the back surgery, he's not really been able to do that. It's only now that he's really been able to push himself, test himself, and then come through that phase with flying colours. See him, he's just getting more and more confident that he continues to compete well.
Sweetly timed return from the Spaniard. Big day for him too. Of course, he's won a Masters 1000 event before. He's also won the title in Barcelona. That's a big deal for the Spaniards. I'm sure this one will be right up there, winning on home soil. In front of Spanish fans, he'll be motivated this afternoon. I suspect he'll want to gain a bit of revenge after that final in China when he missed out on those 5 match points against Murray.
Very well, Murray.
Solid game for Scott though. On the board.
Yeah, want to get much sleep that night. Really. It's never nice, especially in finals, when you've got an opportunity to win the whole thing when you have match points and you're not able to get the job done. And he fell away sharply in that third set. A few looks at Murray's second serve in that game. I feel he's got to take a few risks when that's the case. So even though he missed that final forehand there, I think that's the right play. It's maybe just rolling the ball back into the court, trying to get involved in a rally. If there is a weakness, it's Murray's second serve and the smash. Those are the 2 shots that aren't world class. So Robredo has to take full advantage of all of the looks when he gets at that weaker offering. Murray will certainly return the favour when he gets a look at Robredo's second.
15-0. 15 love.
I think so. It's no good just staying in the baseline when he does feel that he's put Murray under pressure. He's got good hands, got good feel. It's unusual that he misses a shot like that. Boards, those short angle volleys, short shots do stay low, so they're effective, good to use.
Mr. Murray is coming the call at the right center line. The ball's got in. Cancel the challenge.
I was impressed. It was around 200k most of the time, Robredo, and on a couple of occasions got up to about 215, which is highly impressive. Rally well and neutralise, but then when you get the short ball, you've got to have the ability to inject a bit of pace and then draw an error from your opponent or hit a winning shot. And Murray can do that, especially now that he's confident. That's where he has an advantage over Robredo. He can do that a little better than the Spaniard. All Spaniards are so good at sneaking into the net when their opponents under enough pressure that they have to defend, and that was exactly the case there. As soon as you see Murray with the open racket face scurrying across the baseline, and you've got to go in behind it.
Good opening service game from the world number 21.
Iguales, one Gabon.
But he's got to produce that kind of tennis for the next couple of hours at least. He wants to get past Murray. That's the challenge for the Spaniard this afternoon. It's going to be consistently of a very high quality. Spanish number 5, who's Robredo.
15 long.
And Nadal for Bautista Agut and Feliciano Lopez.
The old guard's doing well, isn't it? Spain is starting to wonder where the next generation of players are. So all these guys are late 20s, early 30s. Still at the very top of the game. It's good to see. Where are the next Nadals and Ferrers?
Yeah, Bautista is 26. Good for the Spanish game that he's made such a breakthrough this season.
13
these days, an incredible year, isn't it?
Phenomenal, really. Started started in Auckland.
30-15.
Consistent on different court surfaces throughout the whole season. Working with Javier Pillez now. He used to coach David Ferrer, so he's got an experienced coach in his corner. And, next year, if he can stay top 20, I think he'll have done exceptionally well. Remarks, Lee, that it was such a good effort of Robredo to have an opportunity to finish consecutive seasons at this age in the top 20. Shows phenomenal consistency.
Two games.
Either man so far then. 3 games played and 3 relatively comfortable holes off serve so far. Murray, the 3rd seed, up 2-1 first set.
Siéntense rápido, por favor. Gracias. Tiempo.
Great to see a full house this afternoon. Finals day in Valencia beside this.
Sentarse rápido, por favor. Gracias.
The Agora building, part of Valencia's City of Arts and Sciences complex. Yeah, we'll be hoping on the majority of them for another Spanish champion. 6 times in the last 8 years, Spaniards have lifted this trophy. Murray and Yuzhny just stopping that run. Yuzhny, of course, defending champion.
Cesaro, 15 love.
First round, the Russian. Ferrer has dominated this event over the years, of course, 3 times a champion in the last 6 years. The only man to win on clay and indoors after the event moved to this venue in 2009.
Iguales 15 all.
There's another former champion, Juan Carlos Ferrero, with just keeping a close eye on his new baby. Tournament director this week. On this event twice, 2003 and 1999, Ferrero.
Treinta 15. 30-15.
opponent moving from side to side. That's how the Spaniards are taught to play the game. Very early age.
40-15. There you go. Robredo.
Good job on service games from Robredo. He'll be pleased that he's settled quickly in this final.
2 iguales, 2 games all.
First job surely would be just to stay with Murray and then see what he can do. If he can move to 3-all, 4-all, try and put a bit of pressure on the Scot, try and get under his skin.
At the volley.
Sirkins and low 15. Quince iguales. 15 all. Treinta 15. 30-15.
Both men working hard. It's very warm inside this Agora building. It's been very warm outside all week. Touched 35 on Tuesday, but regularly in the high 20s outside.
Off-putting for Murray. Didn't quite time that as well as he would have wanted. Nor that. Murray thinks somebody missed a call there, but no challenge and no intervention from Carlos Bernales.
Well watched.
40-30.
Watching dance up to the ball there.
40.
The mistake a lot of players make is they just take big steps towards the ball, plant their feet, and then wait for it to drop before they hit it. To there, Murray, little steps around the ball, always ready just to make any last-second adjustments. And the result, made good contact with the ball. Nice, clean hit.
Murray.
Still no breaks of serve then.
Murray gana 3-2. 3-2.
Eases into a 3-2 lead first set.
Good solid start by both players. Coming into a big match like this, one thing you've got to do is not give your opponent a lead, an opportunity to get ahead of the game. So taking care of business in your opening couple of service games is key component. He's have the best chance of winning. The players will be delighted that we've been able to do that so far.
Tiempo. Zero 15. Low 15.
Well, even though he missed it, I feel he's got to go for shots like that. Can't afford to get too passive. Really well. Gave himself a good opportunity to get back into the rally as a result.
15 iguales. 15 all. Quince 30. 15 13.
Has to stay aggressive to live with Murray this afternoon. That's the challenge. Better footwork would help. He was just waiting for that ball to come to him. It wasn't particularly deep. You know, move to it, get a bit of momentum. That will allow you to play a little with a bit more freedom. You know, if you're a little tight and you plant your feet early, it's hard to generate pace all the time. Swing freely at the ball. So keep the feet moving. That's the key. Second double fault of the game.
30-40.
Now he has problems.
He's prone to the double, and he does see Murray bearing down upon him. Murray's done a good job with his court positioning.
30
those double faults.
Iguales.
Lovely little lob from Murray. Again, I think he was quite aggressive enough thereafter. Just sitting the ball to Robredo's backhand corner. No real variation and no real venom. Shot was the one I was looking for. when he had break points.
Robredo.
That was a real injection of pace. Now, that was nice. Again, nothing wrong with that very wrong shot, even though he missed it. It was annoying to miss it wide, but nevertheless, shot was on. That will keep Robredo thinking.
Stays in the game. Andy Murray. It's been a different kind of performance so far compared to the one he produced to beat Ferrer.
Deuce.
Yeah, he's not quite timing the ball as well as he did for the first set and a half yesterday. But, you know, it's a bigger match. It's a final, right? Everyone's going to get a little tight. We are seeing a few unusual errors from him. And a little fortunate there. Miscuing that backhand, but it fell in. Robredo doesn't get a one-handed backhand, so as soon as you get him opening the racket face, you can only chip that ball back in play. Murray's got good hands, so why not hit with a little more angle, drop the ball a little shorter, get Robredo moving wide of that single side, and then sneak in behind it, rather than just allowing him to float the ball back deep and get back into the rally.
Sweet backhand. Outmaneuvered Robredo.
You see how early he took it. You know, so it's not about then swinging hard at the ball to beat your opponent with pace. You're taking time away from him because you're taking it so early. Constructed that point beautifully. Key game this, isn't it?
Yeah, the Spanish fans sensing that Robredo needs a helping hand to come through this service game. It's a loose forehand.
Murray.
Poor service game, isn't he? A couple of double faults. A few loose ground strokes. Murray doesn't break here. He'll be very disappointed.
Gracias.
Another break point for the Scots.
Superb strike on the forehand. Still had work to do on the smash. Had to add some slice to that because it was so high. Murray knew that, so he'd anticipated well. Just gave himself a little too much work to do.
This afternoon, Andy Murray. It's a big day for him. The context of his year, isn't it? Another 200 points is big to that tally in the battle to make it to the O2 at the end of the season.
Yeah, not easy to win back-to-back titles on the ATP World Tour. Be a real feather in his cap.
A very, very good and satisfying hold of serve for Robredo.
3 iguales. 3 games all.
Yeah, Robredo at his very best, having to work so hard to hold, even though the game was a little up and down, a few doubles, a few unforced errors, didn't deter him. Still determined to get the holds. That's what separates good ball strikers from the excellent competitors. And you'd certainly have to put Robredo in that second category.
Yeah, I mean, the effort required to win 3 titles in 5 weeks in different time zones. That's something we talked a lot about at the start of the week, when you have to make that move from one tournament to the next, get used to the different conditions. We've already touched on that today in much depth. I mean, it's a good effort, isn't it? Winning so many matches in different cities, different conditions. Just mentally, never mind physically.
Of course. We were both out in Asia. You were in Beijing, I was in Shanghai. It took me 4 days to get over the jet lag when I returned to Europe from Shanghai. That was just chilling at home. So, how tough is it when then you've got to go out there onto the match court and perform against the very best players in the world? Even Burdick found it difficult. Lost in his first match this week after having a couple of days to get used to it. Having won the tournament last week, not easy. Putting yourself on the line. You play this much tennis over a 4, 5, 6 week period. It becomes very difficult, and that's why we've seen 1 or 2 matches that Murray's played where he's been a little irritable, got a little frustrated with himself. That's going to happen.
Iguales.
Murray has the additional pressure today, Lee, coming into this match, knowing that he's expected to win it. Wasn't necessarily the case yesterday against Ferrer. I'm sure he felt he should beat the likes of Ferrer, but Spaniard was top seed and ranked a little higher than Murray, so that helped his cause. Not today. I think he feels he's playing a lot better now than he was when he was in the final of Shenzhen a few weeks ago. So I'd like to show everybody that improvements that he's made in that time frame.
Robredo, the opportunity to go on the attack. It's a lovely variation. Maybe he wins this one inside out, so he did take Murray by surprise there. Good thinking. forehand, just got a bit of a tangle, didn't he?
He was wanting to come in, wasn't he? Quite make it quickly enough, and then found himself in no man's land. Opportunity earlier in the rally as well, a half chance. He's going to do that against Murray. Really push the envelope as far as that particular tactic's concerned.
Iguales. Deuce. Gracias. Por favor. Gracias.
Super fit. Just thinking later his matches that he's played in the last few weeks, 19 in total, might just be starting to take their toll. Has to at some stage. You know, Murray is exceptionally fit, but he's hurting right now and needs to find a way to get through this game somehow. Golden opportunity this for Robredo.
Tommy is just ready to go again, isn't he? Break point for the Spaniard.
That's first service.
Yeah, if I was Robredo, the only mistake he made was sitting down on the chair there. I would have got straight back up into my ready position, even if I was absolutely dead on my feet, just to send an even more positive message down to Murray at the other end of the court.
Left first service. Robredo viene a 4-3. 4 games to 3.
4-3.
Superb effort, no question about it. I've watched Robredo practice a lot. He really puts himself through the ringer day in, day out. Prides himself on being super fit. And so does Murray. When you have a key rally, as they did, Robredo wanted to get back to juice. It does sometimes count for more than one. Murray couldn't get the heart rate back down and couldn't execute basic shots thereafter. That's how much it took out of him. And that's why I said at the beginning of the match, you know, he needs to be proactive. He can't spend all afternoon that deep behind a baseline, because Robredo will move you from side to side. That's the game plan. That's what all Spaniards love to do, grinding the opposition into the ground. Murray's so exhausted at the end of that monumental point in the previous game that it cost him the next two. And of course, he'd had chances in the previous game to break, so you've got to ask yourself now, will there be a hangover emotionally too? struggling at the moment to stay positive. It's given the crowd an opportunity to get involved. They're right behind Robredo now. It's a crucial game.
It's a great replay, wasn't it? I love the guy just behind the scoreboard as Andy's doubled over the scoreboard, giving him a big fist and a vamos in his face.
Just went a little closer to Murray, didn't he? Just to make sure his message across.
Fabulous tennis in that last service game. Can Robredo make the most of it now? With the new balls, and a break of serve. 4-3.
Started strongly against Ferrer yesterday, and I think it was because he knew he had to. So today, I just think he's been a little too passive. He might now be starting to pay the price. Physically, it gives you more incentive to keep the rallies a little shorter, doesn't it? You can't get stuck a good 8, 10, 12 feet behind the baseline. It's hard to do any damage at all. You're just praying that your opponent misses.
Quite sure what's going through Andy Murray's mind, are you? Between points, we've seen a mixed bag of body language and behaviour in between the points throughout the week in Valencia. Talks about this.
He had a couple of poor games against Shardy yesterday, didn't he? So he was prone to do that when he gets a little nervous. Murray's done nothing in this game other than just simply punt the ball back into play.
15-14.
Must be frustrating for Robredo to throw in such a shaky game. With Murray struggling physically. Now is the time. Just race through a nice quick service game, wasn't it?
Dictating play, moving Murray from side to side. Something that he does so well, of course, especially when he's able to use his favourite forehand. He's got a good overhead on him as well. It's not easy to smash when you're moving forwards, much easier when you're actually moving backwards and you're underneath the ball.
And Murray.
Right now, I'm saying keep the rallies a little shorter, play to your strengths. You can hit that return all day long. Come in behind him, come against the guy. A single-handed backhand, so he's going to find it tough to be aggressive in a position like that. So exploit that.
Gracias.
Another break point for Murray.
A couple of doubles when serving to that side, but Murray's been standing well inside the baseline. On that occasion, he went into Murray's body. That was the difficulty. Look, he just got a little handcuffed there. Excellent serve.
Robredo.
Yeah, going to go down the line on that side. Going to step into the shot. Body right there, falling off to his right. Much more difficult to execute. Can't get any penetration on that shot at all.
Missed his last four first serves, Robredo, which is making life a little bit harder for the Spaniard. Another long, draining service game.
Lat. First service. And Robredo.
I can do this all day long. Just such good control with the forehands. Excellent technique. Just launching it from side to side. Each and every time he does, Murray's getting a little more tired. What? You hit that shot all day long, and against a guy with a single-handed backhand, he will have to defend when you hit with that kind of pace and you create that kind of angle. Why not just come in behind it? The volley, 9 times out of 10, is going to be relatively simple.
On it goes. Back to Juice.
What?
And Murray. Iguales. Deuce. Venta Robredo. Gracias.
Another chance for Robredo. It's 3 in a row now. Highly competitive passage of play, but at the moment,
Robredo gana 5-3.
Robredo just
5
finding
games
a way
apiece.
through these tough games, isn't he?
He's competing exceptionally well. I do feel Murray's playing into his hands somewhat by just being a little too passive. Nevertheless, started that game poorly, didn't he? Still found a way to come through the game in the end. It's so crucial. There'll be patches within matches where you're not playing your best tennis. It's if you can still get the scoreboard ticking over. Scurrying around, just trying to bump the ball back into play. He's not going to win the match doing that. So it's very much a case of, you know, when will he decide that that's going to be the case? When's he going to do something about it? Is he able to think clearly and analyse out there on the court? Murray's hitting all of his shots there, short down the middle of the court. Robredo's just sitting side to side.
Gracias. Kings 30, 15-13.
Got to try and find a way to take the fight to Robredo. Much better court position there, right on the baseline. Okay.
Bolas. Let's go. Cuarenta 30. Full save.
Fans a little bit anxious at the moment.
So solid overhead. That's why I like it when he comes into the net, because often their opponents only have the option of throwing up the high ball when they're under this much pressure, and 9 times out. That's why it's so important to have a good smash. So you take that option away from the opposition.
Gracias. Por favor.
Robredo there, ready and waiting. Knew exactly where this drive was going.
Robredo.
And the height over the net, the spin, target, superb shot.
It's been a punishing 57 minutes so far. Robredo has worked mighty hard for this set point. What a set of tennis from Tommy Robredo, the underdog going into this final. He has fought so hard to open up a one-set lead. Takes the first set, 6 games to 3.
Well, I'm full of admiration for Robredo, but I'm a big fan of his, so it hasn't surprised me what we've witnessed in the last hour or so. We knew he was going to come out here and give his all, but what has surprised me is the ease with which he's been able to dictate play and dominate, because Murray just backed off the baseline and got really passive, and that's allowed Robredo then to use his forehand and to move Murray from side to side, so he's covered an awful lot of courts. Hasn't been into the net very frequently, has he, Murray? Just 7 times, won 4 of those. He's had break points, hasn't converted any. It's always nice when you play the big points well, and he hasn't done so. Whereas, of course, the exact opposite is true as far as Robredo is concerned. He's converted both break points, and that is a significant difference between the two.
Robredo fans inside this Agora arena in Valencia are delighted. The Murray fans must be shell-shocked.
Siéntese por favor, jugadores están listos. Gracias.
The opening 57 minutes. Robredo with a 1-set lead.
Serve 15. Love 15. Out.
Does he feel he's just got to weather the storm? Will start to miss.
Love 13.
Murray will be able to find a way back into the match as a result of that? Or does he think, okay, I understand what's happened in that first set, I understand why I'm so tired, that I've done more of the running, that I'm being a little passive, and I've got to mix things up. I've got to start being a little more aggressive. I've got to take the match to Robredo. I've got to put him under pressure.
Coaching a lot of good players, has done so for a long, long time. Currently coaching Gilles Simon, amongst others, who made the final. He said he thinks that's one of the most difficult decisions a player has to make
15-30
during a match, because there's so many things going through their mind. He thinks most players find it very, very difficult to make the right decision at the right time during matches that they're losing. A lot of them just get frustrated with misses in terms of execution like that, rather than being able to see the big picture. It's easy for us in the side of the court. We're not involved emotionally with the outcome of the match. So for them on court, it's so very difficult. I think that's one of the fundamental aspects that separates great competitors from good ones. Decision making under pressure. Robredo. He's got to guard against a bit of a letdown emotionally to work so hard for that opening set. For a couple of minutes. It's going to be a dip in your intensity, focus. You're going to try and do something about that in the early stages of the next set.
Murray. Second set. First game,
start
second
Murray
set.
was looking for. Releasing some of the frustration after winning that opening game of the second set.
Quick look at Robredo's backhand placements. Very simple game plan. Cross court at 89% of the time, and occasionally just going down the line when the time is right. So perhaps with a short sliced backhand to try and draw Murray off the baseline. So it's the forehand that he likes to do the damage with. So the backhand is the consistent one. Keep that going cross court. That's the high percentage play. Some of those nice and short, so they can create the angle, and then if he gets an opportunity, Murray doesn't defend particularly well, runs around, uses the forehand, and then goes to the opposite corner with the forehand, as opposed to using his backhand down the line. So it's a high percentage, yet effective game
King 7. 15 long. King 6.
Nice quick service game would be the order of the day here.
15 on.
Very few of those so far this afternoon. A huge boost for Murray if he could quickly move into a 2-love lead in this second set. Just send a message to Robredo. How much do you read it into the physical elements of Murray's performance?
30 15.
And I think maybe there's also maybe sort of two questions to that. How tired was he? Because you never know with Andy, do you? Often looks like that and then produces an unbelievable point 5 minutes later.
See a shot like that, right, is the end result of him not being able to get his feet in the right position. You play Robredo in a 3-set match, and all things being equal, of course he's not going to get tired, really. No matter how tough those 3 sets are. But you talk about playing 19 matches in the course of 5 weeks, then it's going to take its toll. There's no question about that. So I think he is having to dig deep physically. I don't think he's as tired as he looks. I think he always tends to look much more tired than he actually is. Nevertheless, I think he is hurting out there at the moment.
Quite important.
Don't let him fool you, because he gets a break up here, he holds comfortably, and suddenly he can win this set quickly and turn this match on its head. And then, come the 3rd set, there will be no sign at all of him being tired. That often happens, doesn't it? Against Kevin Anderson, quarterfinals here, he was all over the place emotionally, getting irritated for a good set and a half. By the end of the 3rd set, didn't look like that at all.
Gregor Murray.
Backs up the break.
That's good holds.
Murray
can change very quickly. Always looks a little hangdog when he's losing. You give him the upper hand in any set, he can steamroller anybody he's up against.
There's been plenty of positive body language this week as well. We've seen day in, day out how much this week means to him in terms of qualifying for London. That seems to have been the motivating factor for many of his matches, and not just this week, but over the past 5 weeks.
15
200 points up for grabs today, Lee, so, it's a big deal to win a tournament. Of course it is. Going for his 31st today, that's a huge tally. But additional 200 at this stage in the race. As far as to suggest that we're pretty much a lack of qualification for London, because it would put him up to 4th spot. And then are you suggesting that next week, 5 players are going to overtake him? I doubt that.
No, I was looking at some of the numbers, and if you go down to the guy who is just out of that top 8, it's almost far off, around 500 points ahead of that guy. So difficult for him.
Yeah, that's what he's got to keep telling himself here. Reminding himself that there's so much to play for.
Robredo.
That's again for Robredo. That's
Murray ganando
the early stages of the second
2 games to 1.
Example break 2-1.
Tempo.
It's been 15 months since Tommy Robredo won his last ATP singles title. It was in Umag in Croatia, midway through 2013. He's made a good start in terms of the overall picture on finals day in Valencia, but this man is still fighting hard.
Gracias.
Nice bonus for Murray, but Robredo will be a little disappointed at the start that he's made in the second set. He worked so hard to build up all of that momentum in winning the first. Just got away with the smash. Didn't look particularly comfortable. Did he? It's one of his weakest shots. He prefers to use the drive volley, or if it's a really deep lob, to let it bounce and just hit a ground stroke. Whereas someone like Robredo, very confident overhead. Much better technique.
Third long. All to love. Way to go, Murray. Murray gana 3-1. 3 games to 1.
He's built that 3-1 lead relatively quickly, Andy Murray. This is good news for the Scots. Quarter of an hour. The second set so far compared to 57 minutes of the first set.
Quince 7. 15 long. Third love. Fourth love. Murray again after
in front, 3-2, second set.
Tiempo.
Both of these guys will be moving on to Paris for the last Masters 1000 event of the season. As soon as this final is done and dusted, another big week for Andy Murray, the 8th seed in the French capital. Been made. Murray has a bye into the second round. We'll play the Yansan Liu or Julien Benneteau in the second round, and then a possible third round meeting with Dimitrov, possible quarterfinal with Djokovic. So not the easiest draw, is it?
Nope.
Which is another reason why he'll be determined to pick up those 200 points this afternoon.
So he's been Federer, I think, historically, hasn't he? Dimitrov still playing some very, very good tennis. Still with an outside chance of qualifying, so none of those matches can be taken for granted. To dig deep this afternoon and continue to play aggressive tennis as he did there. Amazingly, only his 4th Grand Stroke winner of the match. But again, this shorten the points, save the energy, send the right message down the other end of the courts that you have realised that you're a little too passive initially, and that you are willing and able to do something about it.
Juega Murray.
Another hole to love.
Morigana. 4 games.
Robredo, incidentally, will begin his Paris campaign against Vasek Pospisil for potential second round meeting with Nishikori, who's still looking to put the finishing touches to his qualification campaign for London.
Yeah, he took a week out this week, didn't he? We're scheduled to be here. Decided rest up, get the body in better shape. One final push next week. He's teed up Paris beautifully. Love to see Nishikori in London.
Still Robredo challenges the call at the right baseline. The ball's colored in.
I think he will make it. He's got just enough points.
Stands 0-15, love 15. Zero 30. Love 13. Mr. Robredo has 2 challenges in there.
Exchange.
0-40.
All those points were underway for Robredo in the first set, weren't they? They're just starting to go in Murray's favour now.
Love Bolton.
Three break points for Murray, surely virtual set points for the Scot.
15-40. Quarter.
Robredo has to do it one more time.
30-40.
Survives.
Murray read it well. Anything over the net there. Almost got the shot.
Let first service. Let first service. Venta Robredo.
To give up this guy, Robredo. Brilliant effort.
Murray gana 4-3. 4 games to 3.
Well, that was an amazing game because love 40 down. The set was done. Murray was looking good. Robredo was struggling to win points. The ace on the second serve was obviously a huge risk. It paid off. A couple of decent points from Robredo. And all of a sudden, Murray looked dead on his feet. Absolutely exhausted. He could hardly stand up there. Incredible. And all of a sudden, Robredo right back in the set here. That's why our scoring system is so good. It's such a big difference, a swing of a few points here or there. Big effect on the overall picture.
The Agora building, part of the City of Arts and Sciences complex in Valencia. A wonderful week we've had. The weather has been amazing.
Tiempo.
It's been pretty good to us this time of year in this part of the world. It's our 6th year for you and I, Jason. Just had one dodgy year, really, where it was a bit wet and overcast. Lovely place to come to. Fabulous city this time of the year. because of the hot weather. It's been very, very warm inside this Agora building. It's got glass panelling right at the top of the roof. A little bit of a greenhouse effect. I'm sure that's played its part this afternoon.
Yeah, this guy's been sweating a lot. Got to take on board a lot of liquids. Keep the energy levels high, not easy.
Game set 15 love.
It's the most convincing of smashes, but got the job done.
Mr. Robredo is trying the call at the left center line. The ball was called in. Constance.
With slice, just moving the ball away from
Third love. Mr. Robredo has one challenge remaining. Left for service. Thirty 15.
You might sense that he's got an opportunity here. Murray again is looking very, very tired each and every time he misses his shots at the end of the rally. Doubled over. So from looking like he was a point away from losing the set, they might feel that there's a chance here to get back on serve.
Did it yesterday, didn't he? 2-5 against Charlie, and that second set found a way through.
Mr. Murray is on the call. At the left qualifier line, and the ball was called out.
Awfully tired forehand, didn't it, from Murray?
He's almost using the challenge here just as additional time to get his energy back, and that was always going to be out.
Robredo's
30-40, 30-40. Mr. Murray has two challenges remaining.
2 out of 2 converted. is right back in this set.
From nowhere, how quickly things can change. At love 40 down in his previous service game, it looks for all the world as if Murray was going to win this set comfortably and take momentum into a deciding set. And all of a sudden, Murray is struggling for points now. Again, the body language is so poor, so tired. Huge bonus for Robredo.
Out. 15.
Apologies for the language from Andy Murray.
Superb strike that was, because there was real intent from Murray on each and every one of those ground strokes there.
30-0.
What a response. Superb dynamic balance. Perfect trajectory. The contact with the ball when Robredo hit that backhand there was
40-0.
It was so thin, brushed up the back of it and around the outside edge of it.
Ball to love.
To get the depth and create the angle.
Gracias. Juego. Robredo.
Robredo's on a roll. 3 games in a row.
Robredo gana 5-4.
It's just a
5 games to 4.
From capturing this Valencia title.
Well, it's incredible. Certainly wouldn't have called it when Robredo was love 40 down a couple of games ago on serve. Looks for all the world like Murray had found a way to get back into the match, and it was Robredo who was struggling, who was making more unforced errors. He wasn't able to dictate players regularly as he did in the opening set. And then that ace on the second serve down the tee, a shot that he would make, I don't know, 30% of the time, max. He makes, it gives him a bit of a boost, and he plays a couple of good points, and then suddenly it's Murray who's dead on his feet. It literally looks like he's struggling to stand up there at the moment. I've never seen him this tired in a match. We're only, what, 7.75 into it. It's amazing, really. It just shows you what a toll those 19 matches that he's played in the last 5 weeks have taken on his body. What an opportunity now for Robredo.
Turn of events we've witnessed in the last 10 minutes or so inside the Agora building here in Valencia. Spanish fans sensing their man might be about to cross the finish line.
Time.
He's played well all week, Tommy Robredo, ever since he to beat John Isner for the first time in his career. Then there was that straightforward victory over Yansan Lu. Solid win against Andujar. The man who beat Thomas Burdett. And a tight one against Shardy last night to move into the final.
Gracias.
This would be the icing on the cake for the Spaniard. Very serving to stay in the match.
King 7. 15 love. Bola por favor. Treinta a 0. Third love. Cuarenta a 0.
Impressive from Murray so far.
4 to love. Juego. Murray.
Well, exactly what he needed.
5 iguales. 5 games on.
Impressive stuff from the Scots. Just the right time.
Gracias.
A look of determination.
Slow response. With his back well and truly against the wall. Murray now all of a sudden looking energized and nice and positive.
Love 15.
It's an incredible shot. It's so difficult to produce with a single-handed backhand. So much easier with a double.
15 iguales.
The top hand.
15
Hook
all.
the ball back in court. But the court that Robredo had to cover there, and to be able to create that kind of angle, that much pressure, incredible. We'd see more from, or more of, I should say, this afternoon.
15-30. 15-30.
But he's been so deep behind a baseline, and he hasn't taken that shot on regularly enough.
Signs that there's a bit of life left in Murray. That's 5 minutes.
30 iguales. Mr. Murray's challenge the call at the right baseline. The ball's called out.
Emphasising the point to Carlos Bernales then. Let's have a closer look. This looked well long.
Stands.
Carlos was trying to do him a favour.
30 iguales, 30 all. Mr. Murray has 1 challenge remaining.
Trying to come to his senses. It was so far out, that one.
40-30. 40-30. Iguales.
Murray probing.
Deuce.
Just flattening this one out a little too much. Gotta get a bit more elevation there.
Ventaja Robredo.
Good control of the racket pace there.
Gracias.
Oh yes, pounces on the second serve.
And again, because he's taking it that early,
Iguales.
he hit it particularly hard. It's all about sweet timing, that one. Robredo just not able to get that one into Murray's body enough, so it's pretty much right into the hitting zone.
Ventaja Robredo. Gracias, por favor.
Full of industry from Tommy Robredo. I can only admire the effort this guy puts into his trade.
Robredo gana 6.
Another tough
6
game.
bar.
Once more, he finds a way through it. And once more, just a game for victory.
He'll just keep plugging away. He's just got to hope that Murray will self-destruct on 1 or 2 points in this next service game. Just become a little more agitated of late as well. That never helps when things are getting a little tight. But responding well at 4-5. Needs a good, solid service game here, and then anything can happen in the tiebreak. He's got to remember that Robredo will get tight too, because it will mean a lot to him winning a tournament of this stature. So just got to be close enough to force Robredo to feel that kind of pressure.
Tiempo.
So once more, Tommy Robredo within 4 points, claiming this title in Valencia. He's never won here before. He's won in Barcelona on the clay level. This country's ATP 500 events. Of course, he has a Masters title as well, Hamburg back in 2006. But as you rightly say, Jason, this would be a big day in the career of Tommy Robredo if he can cross the finish line.
Tactically
15
perfect
15 love.
execution.
30-0.
Well, first slightly jaded shots for Robredo's heads in this match.
Third love.
It does go into a third set. How much physical element playing to decide it.
Brian Castle. 40 love.
Robredo's played a lot of tennis as well, hasn't he? Of course, he made the final in Shenzhen, made the journey to Beijing, then played Shanghai, made the quarters in Moscow last week.
Let's
He's been clocking up the air miles too.
her service. Robredo Murray. 6 iguales. Second set. 6 games all second set. Tie break.
So shootout.
Both
to the
players
side.
receive one additional challenge.
Robredo's played the tie breaks is contested this week superbly, 100%. One against Isner, another against Andujar, and 2 tie breaks against Shardy last night.
Gracias.
He's played one, lost one. Lost the breaker against Anderson, 7-3, first set of that 3-set victory.
Medal.
So it starts for the Scots.
Now, that tactic, and thinking very clearly in terms of the
1-0.
shot that works so well on this course.
Murray.
It's laid on a platform so the ball hardly bounces when you hit it short with a fair bit of slice. Perfect start. Good technique, just opening the racket face enough to impart all that slice on the volley that made it so effective. Just died.
Muy iguales. One all. Mr. Murray's challenger call at the left far sideline. The ball was called out.
And there was an opportunity, wasn't it? The ball was there to be hit. He had plenty of court to actually hit into as well. In the end, misses it back country mile. I'm not sure why he's wasting a challenge on that either.
2-1, 2-1, Robredo. Mr. Murray has one challenge remaining.
Maybe just needs the additional time to reset emotionally.
Gracias. Por favor. Dos iguales.
It's a
2-all.
very nervy shot, that, isn't it? He got planted a little too early and then tried to do all the work with the arm instead of moving through the volley. So right time to
Todos
come in, though.
listos. Gracias.
disbelief for Murray. Talks about the fact that he's got an excellent smash on it, and he can rely upon it 90% of the time. He had a lot of time to think about this one. Didn't quite time it, just did enough. Return, wasn't it? Poor forehand from Murray. I'm not sure what he was attempting there. I mean, the ball was so deep, it had no pace on it, so Murray had to hit up the back of the ball and sort of start the rally again rather than trying to hit it hard and flat and down in that position. No chance to make it. So again, not really thinking clearly under pressure. Robredo's been here before, hasn't he?
Certainly has. I was just about to bring that up. Maybe we should say this quietly, the inside this place. But no, very similar to scenario to Shane's own, wasn't it? Won the first set, 6-2 up in that breakup in the second set. And couldn't find a way to win. I wonder if the events in China have flashed into his mind in the last 5 minutes.
I wonder if Murray just reminded him of that fact, the change of aims.
Gracias, jugadores listos, por favor.
6-2.
Cuatro, tres, 4-3, Robredo. Cuatro iguales.
Himself in a good position in that rally.
4-all.
So, 4 apiece.
Gracias. Let. First service. Robredo. Bola, por favor. Gracias.
It's impossible.
Jugadores listos. Por favor. Gracias. Gracias. 5 iguales.
The drop volley from Murray just
5 all.
Yeah, courageous tennis, given that he was passed on the previous point, to come in again. Read the play beautifully. Correctly anticipated Robredo would go cross court. So the volley in the end was relatively simple.
Gracias. Six, 5, Robredo.
5 weeks after those 5 match points against Andy Murray in Shenzhen, China. Almost identical scenario.
Una de allá.
Gracias.
Exactly 2 hours on the match clock.
¿Estáis listos, por favor?
Robredo with match points.
Seis iguales. 6 all.
He was down and out to that point, Andy Murray.
I thought Robredo had an opportunity to come into the net there. And instead he went cross-court with a forehand and stayed at the baseline. It's very, very hard to execute big ground strokes when you're a little tight, and perhaps asking Murray the question of whether he could pass him or not might have been a better option. Nevertheless, great hustle from Murray. Shows you the value and the importance of making your opponent play on a big point.
Siete, 6. 7, 6. Robredo.
This time, though, on the Murray serve.
Siéntese, por favor, gracias. Por favor. Gracias. Siete iguales. 7 all.
Amazing.
It's a response of a champion.
So do we count that as 2 match points saved or 7 match points saved?
Yeah, no. Don't remind Robredo.
It's got to be going through his mind, isn't it? 7 all.
Ocho, 7.
He will have set points.
8-7, Murray.
He's played more aggressively in this tiebreak. He's the one that's been standing up on the baseline. It's Robredo who's fallen a little deeper behind his.
Gracias. Second set, Murray.
He saved against Robredo and Shenton 5 weeks ago in the second
7-6.
set tiebreak. Another two.
Iguales.
Valencia.
One
Can
shot.
you believe it? What drama at the Valencia Open. Murray takes us into a deciding set.
Oh, it's just incredible. But didn't he play so much better at the tail end of the set when he served to stay in it at 4-5 and 5-6 and throughout the tie-break? He's had so many chances to break serve in this match, Murray, and hasn't been able to convert as many as he would have wanted. Whereas Robredo continues to play those big points well, but he'll be second-guessing himself at the moment as to whether he should have played that first match point on serve any differently. The only change-up I would make if I was his coach is say you've got to get your first serve in there, got to go with the kicker so you don't allow Murray to step up the court and take your second serve on. But apart from that, you know, Murray did play the point very well. He did have a half chance to come in midway through the rally, didn't, and the rest is what might have been. So it's all still very much to play for here as we head into a deciding set.
Hardly believe what we've just seen in this Agora building in Valencia when you put into context their last two meetings. What must be going through this guy's mind, Jason?
Not much that we could broadcast at the moment, that's for sure. But, you know, you do start second-guessing yourself when you've had match points. You do start thinking, what could I have done differently? The only thing I would have suggested if I was coaching Robredo when he had the match point on his own serve was I would have made sure I got the first serve in. I would have gone with a big kicker whilst Murray was deep behind a baseline to open up the court. He missed his first serve, allowed Murray to step in and take his second serve on. Nevertheless, though, he still had chances to win that point. He had a short forehand and I thought he might have come in behind it. Instead, he stayed back. Great hustle from Murray. And on Murray's serve, he didn't really have any chances at all. Murray played very positively, I thought, when serving to stay in the match at 4-5 and 5-6 and throughout the tiebreak. So you have to give him a lot of credit. There's no poor body language. He didn't look exhausted. He buckled down. You know, he's competed well. And that's what happens when you win 17 of 19 matches in a 5-week period. You know, winning becomes a habit, and you still believe you could win matches even when, you know, most people would think there's absolutely no chance of that happening. That's why it's so important to try and keep this roll going now. And, heading into this third set, you'd have to say that Murray would be the favourite, given what happened in Shenzhen. Third set there was a non-contest, wasn't it? 6-1. Robredo couldn't get back into the match given what happened in that tiebreak. And of course, we've already discussed how much it would mean to Robredo to win a tournament of this magnitude in Spain at this stage in his career. So that's the big question now. You know, is he able to put those missed match points out of his mind and start this third set on the beginning of the match? If he said, hey, we're going to take you into a third set, would you sign for that? You would say right now. But of course, last 5 or 10 minutes, it's a very different scenario. Full marks to Murray.
He's back. Quick bathroom break for British number 1.
Tiempo.
Time to regroup and privately celebrate the fact that he was able to come through that tie break.
Siéntese, por favor. Último set. Observation Andy Murray. Gracias. Gracias.
Murray will serve first in this deciding set. Set shootout. The Valencia Open Trophy.
So hard now playing the first couple of games this set.
Games are sort
So
of
tough.
15
The
love.
crowd as well. All their energy's gone. They can't believe Robredo's missed his chance or those chances. They've got to play their part now. They've got to get right behind him. But they'll also respect the amount of effort put forth by Murray there. What he did in digging that deep. He was able to achieve under extreme pressure. Still be involved in the match. The adrenaline levels won't be what they were tail end of that second set. So how does he keep his energy levels up now? Both facing huge challenges here.
30 seconds. 30-50. Running limits. 40-50. Juego malo. Primer juego. Último set. First game. Manos.
It's been a while since Murray led in this match. Once more. Gets his nose in front. I think it was 3-2 in the first. Robredo rattled off 4 games in a row. Both guys have done just over 2.5k in terms of the distance they've travelled on court, but of course it's the type of movement that's so tiring, isn't it? Stop, start, changing directions.
There's nothing about the overall distance, the energy required to keep moving side to side, up and down the court, and then execute. Have the required skill, dynamic balance, all of those things. These guys are incredible athletes.
0-15. Love 15.
We get used to seeing it week out in the ATP World Tour, but we're fortunate enough, Lee, to have occasionally played this game, and we know how good these guys are.
0-30.
Lovely combination of shots.
Love
Opening up the ball
30.
beautifully. And as soon as the ball's dropped, it's slightly short of a decent length. Makes good use of that additional real estate.
Good game for Robredo.
Look at the momentum Murray's creating now. That's exactly what happened in Shenzhen. No contest in that third set.
15-30.
All Murray. Sense of it. It's a must-win game for Robredo. And they're right.
Iguales.
That's a let-off.
Yeah, Murray will be desperate, won't he, to make the most of this momentum early in the third set.
He's got to make Robredo win these points. Can't just gift them to the Spaniard.
For 3 points, given the context of this service game.
Iguales. One game on. Cases are 15 long.
Robredo looking tired now, isn't he?
Yep. It looks like he's lost a bit of belief as well. But just got to hang in there in the early stages of this set. That's where Shenzhen final run away from him. He wasn't able to compete in the early stages of the decider. If he can just hold his first 2-3 service games, get in amongst it, gives himself a fighting chance.
It's been a brutal match, isn't it? 2 hours, 17 minutes on the clock. Hot conditions. Long rallies.
Third long.
We expected nothing less. That's both these guys love the process of winning big matches, of competing at the highest level.
No quarter
asked for, all given.
Bones line.
Both competitors, but as a result, of course, they're a little tired now, and this third set's become a little scrappy, hasn't it?
Very Murray. Kevin Wallace. New ball.
Time game for Tommy Robredo.
Murray ganando 2
2
games
to
to
begin
1.
this deciding set. Murray up 2-1 on serve.
Siéntense rápido, por favor. Gracias. Tiempo.
Guys' respective physios might have a busy evening ahead of them after this contest. 1-2, final set.
Chip a little too frequently.
17.
Tiebreak, he was a little more aggressive.
Love of him.
I like it when he comes over that return. Hit it well, gives you an opportunity then to gain the upper hand in the rally.
It's iguales 15 all.
Forehand with a bit more venom from Robredo.
Treinta 30-15. Treinta iguales 30 all.
Needs a helping hand through this final set. Another half chance for Murray.
Just started stretching those quads out a little bit, hasn't he? Might start seeing a little bit of cramp. Another sort of 20 minutes, half an hour or so. Yeah, we saw some of that in the US Open, didn't we?
Los iguales 2 games on.
That hopping on the one leg would be a move Mum Judy would be proud of.
How's she doing in Strictly?
Well,
I've heard not great.
as I've said before on air, I'm the worst possible person to judge anyone dancing. Yeah. So, top marks for getting involved in Strictly Come Dancing back in England.
Yeah,
but she's a bit wooden, I've heard. Those in the know.
15 long.
And I'm surrounded by plenty of those. But it's interesting, she's battling through each week. She's got that fighting spirit, like
as you would expect.
her son Andy, exactly. Into week 4 or 5 now, I think, of that show.
30-0.
Of course, Andy's hoping to get through Paris next week, get back to London, and get down there to support her, isn't it?
30 long.
It's the incentive she's got to stay competing until that happens. It's a bit like Federer, isn't it? His twins. He wants to be playing long enough so that they can come and support him.
Strictly Come Dancing, of course, a celebrity dancing show live every Saturday night. So a lot of pressure involved in that. We've had a couple of tennis players involved in Britain at Naomi Castle. I know I've talked to you about that in the past.
40-0.
Yes, they've got it. So back in the UK, Dancing with the Stars in the US as well, similar sort of show. Yeah, Andy Castle said it was nerve-wracking, so they hated every minute of it.
Let first
But I know
service.
you're a big fan. You're glued every week, aren't you? You and Amy.
Still Robredo challenger call. At the right near sideline, the ball's called in.
Ellie like it as well.
She does, actually. She likes the theme tune. Three-month-old daughter.
Have to get a little sparkly disco ball for a cramp.
Second serve. Quarenta 15. 40-15.
Another good game on serve from Murray. To the service.
We're gonna 3-2. 3 games.
A lot more ease to this final set. But he's still on serve. Murray up 3-2.
Yeah, she's got to be careful now, Murray. That's why he's standing up. He'll start getting cramped. It's interesting as well because, you know, some people that don't play sports think, well, why is Murray fitter? And that's why he's cramping, right? But it's not always the case. You can be super fit and your body can just be prone to cramping, dehydration. You tend to sweat a lot. It's hot, it's humid here. You can see how much he has been sweating all afternoon. Once you start cramping, it's very, very difficult to get rid of it. Mostly when you push up on the serve. So when you start getting cramp in your thigh, almost impossible to compete at the highest level when you have started cramping. So again, this is good news for Robredo, isn't it? It takes away apart from the fact that he's feeling pretty decent and that Murray is struggling a little bit.
It's been full of twists and turns, this final. Valencia 500, Lee Goodall alongside Jason Goodall. Almost 2.5 hours on the clock. Still nothing to separate these two warriors of the ATP World Tour.
Well, given that he had those match points in that second set tie break, and when they played a few weeks ago in Shenzhen, he didn't compete at all in the third set in a similar scenario. So you have to look to take positives in each and every match, and there's the improvement this match compared to the last one that these two played in. Murray struggling physically. Then Robredo can start thinking about winning the match again, perhaps, because the finish line will be well within sight, whereas it's hard to believe you can do that at the start of any set when you're still thinking about what happened in the previous one.
Tres iguales. 3 games.
Quite enough on the approach. Easy pickings for Robredo.
It's a quick breather in the linesman's chair. Set all 3-all.
Service. Love 15.
Just needs to make sure he's making his first serves, posting some pretty good numbers so far in this deciding set. Every single point first serves found its mark, 10 of 10. Just to keep the pressure on Robredo.
Serve 30. Love 30.
All of a sudden, the fans inside Agora sense once more he's there for the taking.
Gracias, por favor.
Oh yes, what a time to produce that.
Zero 40.
He's really waiting for this, wasn't he?
Love 40.
Magnificent strike.
Gracias. Gracias.
3 break points.
Robredo. Robredo dará 4
in this final.
4 games to 3.
Another twist in the story. Robredo up 4-3 final set.
Well, funnily enough, he tried the same tactic that Robredo did when he was love 40 down at the tail end of the second set. On that occasion, Robredo hit the ace. Here, Murray hits the double. Very different end results. Murray brought his best tennis when he really needed it. Tail end of that second set when he served to stay in it 4-5, 5-6, and throughout the tiebreak. So, maybe he needs to find himself in a hole like this to be able to then respond so positively. That will be the challenge now.
Tiempo.
With a break, 4-3.
Half volley. The ball hasn't really got a lot of pace on it. taking a big cut at
Love
it.
15.
Everything has to be perfect. The face is too close there.
Forehand
early in the rally there. Perhaps Robredo saw that and it was slightly off-putting. The decision as an opponent. Do you alter your tactics? You start thinking, well, I need to make my move more, or do you just stick with your game plan? It seems as if more discomfort when he hits forehands compared to backhands. Brilliant serve. He needed to make his first. He chose the one that he could rely upon most.
Mr. Murray starting the ball at the left center line. The ball's called in.
More of a second there as far as Murray. With a serve that I would be starting to anticipate these big points.
Stands 30 iguales. 30 all. Mr. Murray has 2 challenges remaining.
Tired or nervy, or both?
30 more.
Probably both.
Don't quite know what to expect next in this final. Bit of everything. Breakback points for Murray. Robredo shaking his legs out. So he's starting to suffer. Struggling, isn't he?
Well, he is. You tend to get it when you push out to the serve. That's what he's worried about here.
That's it.
You're not allowed any treatment for cramp. Rightly so. It's a big challenge, this, for Robredo. Needs to just serve underarm here. Put in the little Michael Changer. The effort put forth by these two here. This reminds me of one of those World Cup soccer matches played in South America where we're in extra time, everybody's cramping, socks around by the ankles, struggling to get to penalties.
Murray.
Amazing momentum shifts throughout this contest. In moments. I've got Murray just shading it.
And that's the fundamental difference between these two. Numbers they've posted when they've had great points. If Murray could improve those, then you might be right.
Murray.
Killer blow to wrap up the game. Once more, Murray right back into this match.
Well, really just surprised Robredo here because he thought Murray would just be looking to put the ball back in play, hoping for an error. And I love the aggressive mindset here, wanting to control his own destiny. And going for it. That's Robredo will drop the ball ever so slightly short. Clear thinking under pressure there, and he's finally improved those numbers on break points.
Por favor, gracias. Jugadores listos. Gracias. Por favor.
Incredible, really. It's only the second break point that he's converted out of a total of 12 in the match.
15-0. 15 long.
I just wonder whether Robredo has anything left inside. All of a sudden, he stopped chasing these down.
It's no worse feeling for a sportsman when you're afraid of getting cramped. Suddenly, you do become very static.
Bola para fora.
Instead, choosing just to hit short right down the middle of the court because that's all that was required. Simplest shot, given the circumstances. Full marks.
Sensible from Andy Murray, moving his opponent around the court.
40-30. Full
Valencia just a game away, 5-4.
Well, we talked about it at the previous change of ends. Murray bringing his best tennis when he absolutely has to. Himself a breakdown, knew there was no room to manoeuvre. Of course, that didn't coincide with Robredo getting a little bit of cramp. It always helps. Can there be further response from Robredo? Does he have anything left to give?
5,000 or so fans inside this Agora centre court have been enthralled from start to finish. One with us about 45 minutes ago, you might have missed Robredo's 2 match points towards the end of that second set tiebreak. His efforts in this final set has been admirable, but backs against the walls now. Spaniard 4-5, serving to stay in the match.
Sir. 15.
Bit of court maintenance from the ball crew. I thought they were running out to mop Tommy's brow there for a second.
That would be nice.
Home advantage. He's made it. What effort.
What a get from Murray. Good anticipation. Given the circumstances, he still had so much work to do, not only to cover the ground, then to be able to control that ball. Fabulous effort.
Blow after blow.
Yeah, they're both just punch drunk now.
30-50.
Middle of the ring. Just body blows raining upon one another. Just trying to stay out on their feet.
40-15.
But if I was Robredo here, I'd be looking to make a big effort with the positive body language. Get the crowd involved again. The hold here would be big. You know, react a little bit. They were so involved at the tail end of the second set, weren't they? You've got to try and use this home court advantage.
Superb from Murray. In full control.
40-30.
Pretty much knew he was dead in the water here. Had to guess, was he going to cover the cross court or the lob? Murray outthought him.
Gracias.
Balls come out of Robredo's pocket, I think, or somewhere. Umpire saying he didn't see it. Definitely another ball in play here at Robredo's end. The question is, where did it come from? It definitely put him off.
Sí, pero ellos estaban mirando la bola, ¿quién la golpeado? No han mirado la bola que estaba ahí. Cuando han visto la bola, I didn't see the ball bouncing over there.
I didn't see the ball, but after you noticed it, I saw the ball straight away. But I stopped. When I see the ball falling down, I stopped.
I didn't see.
Well, do you want to get the
No,
supervisor?
we don't need the supervisor. We can talk here. I didn't see. We can make any point. No, el problema, Tony, io non vi la bola. Quando vi la bola, io avevo tirato la bola.
Murray suggested he saw the ball, he saw it. He'd hit his shot, which goes was away. The question is, where did the ball come from? The umpire didn't see it, so he can't make that call.
When I saw the ball, Murray already hit the ball the other side. But Murray stopped the ball.
That means your opponent.
They stopped me.
But Tommy, you needed your... Yeah, you have to hinder your opponent.
Io sto mirando él a tirar la bola, non posso
Ahora me cae cuando yo golpeo.
no cae perché non è quella la bola di campo.
Because he's saying you didn't hinder your opponent, so the point stands. If Murray had wanted a let, then he could have got it, because the ball did come out of Robredo's pocket. And if that happens twice, he loses the point. So again, the supervisor made a good decision there. I wasn't sure initially where the ball came from, but that replay shows us exactly that it was Robredo's fault. Good decision by the officials. Not particularly popular, though.
What that means? And things calm down. Introduce Murray now with the momentum. 2 points from victory.
Robredo.
That's got to be very involved, doesn't it? Not how you were suggesting, Jason, but just give Robredo a timely boost if he comes through this game now.
Well, the previous point with Murray, a little bit of second serve, he could have been a bit more aggressive there. He was nice and patient initially, probing for an opening. Short cross and then relatively deep down the line. It's always a lovely combination, especially at this stage. It's such a grueling match.
And Murray.
That leaves Murray on the brink of victory. 2 hours, 53 minutes of what has been a truly brutal contest.
Gracias.
Murray has match point.
Iguales. Two. Robredo.
Don't know where he's finding this effort from, Tommy Robredo. But he just keeps producing something special.
Gracias. Thank you, Roland.
10th game of that final series.
5 games off.
That's a magnificent effort, especially given what happens when the supervisor popped out onto court. Their decision went against him, but he responded so positively.
Gracias. Jugadores listos. Quince settle. 15 long.
Given up, trying to figure out who's going to come through this one now. Just going to sit back and enjoy the conclusion to what's been a thrilling final.
37. Third long.
Full of drama, and that's what makes great sport, of course.
47. Fourth long.
So nice when you can win a point quickly. Really nice and short. Both these guys running on fumes right now.
But a game quickly too. Sprinted to 40 love. It's had it all, this one. Once more, Murray, 4 points away. Being declared champion.
Great anticipation from Murray there. It is, you're rightly, a huge bonus to be able to hold this country as quickly as he did there. All the pressure right back on the shoulders of the Spaniard. But the analogy I used earlier was of a soccer match in extra time. That's what Robredo has to be thinking about here. If you can just hold and get into a tiebreak, anything can happen, just as it could in a penalty shootout. So that would be the goal here as far as the Spaniards are concerned. In this history, his record in tie breaks against Murray is pretty similar to England's record in penalty shootouts.
Time.
Right.
We're into our 4th hour in the Agora building. A memorable title decider of the Valencia Open 500. Both men have held match points. Robredo twice in the second set tiebreak. Murray a few moments ago, 5-4. Robredo once more serving to stay in the match.
Quince settle. 15 long. 15 iguales. 15 all. Treinta 15. Thirty 15. Gracias.
Knows that was cheap in the circumstances.
Cuarenta 15. Forty 15. Robredo. 6 iguales. 6 games all, final set. Tie break.
Here we go again.
Both players receive one additional challenge.
Tiebreak shootout for the title.
Gracias.
Gets really tight in these
1-0.
tie breaks.
Robredo.
Did just that there. That's where Murray was better. Second set tie break. Stepped up the court, took the ball on more frequently. That is the perfect start.
Gracias. Only iguales.
Only change up
1-0.
would have made with the benefit of hindsight is to go inside out with the drive volley. Murray was moving in that direction anyway. If you look back, you turn him around and you probably end up getting a smash.
Let first service.
So easy to be tempted to hit into the open court. Big points. challenge up there. Back behind Murray in the first ground stroke. There's the lob. Good tennis.
2-1 Robredo.
And every point Robredo wins now will be greeted with the loudest of cheers. The majority of this Agora crowd pushing the Spaniard to what they hope will be victory.
Dos iguales. 2-all.
He set this particular shot well in the latter stages of this match. Muscling that shot about timing. Of course, he's living dangerously. It's a risky shot, but he'll back himself to make it when it really matters. So positive. 5 points of this tiebreak. That's so nice to see.
3-2 Murray.
Much of that second set, points were a little negative. They're both struggling physically. They were just hoping for errors from the opposition. But now they're looking to try and win the point.
Mr. Murray challenged the ball at the right baseline. The ball was called out.
He knows deep down this was long.
Tres iguales. 3-all. Mr. Murray has 2 challenges remaining.
Settled, 6-all, 3-all.
Lat. First service.
Spoke at the beginning of the match about the fact that his first serve is a little underrated.
4-3.
It's 197k, an inch perfect in terms of accuracy. Outfoxing Murray there, who was looking for the slider.
Such a bonus as well, isn't it? To come out with an ace at this stage of a match like this.
Cuatro iguales. 4-all.
sensational. Because Murray couldn't have hit that pass any better.
5-4.
Courageous point construction. Took a bit of a risk coming in there.
5-4. Robredo.
Superb control of the racket face. Full stretch. Could be a match-winning dig, that one.
Gracias.
Just impossible to separate them.
5 iguales. 5-all. Jugadores listos. Gracias.
To his strengths and the huge points. It's a sign of a great match play.
6-5. 6-5. Robredo.
Well, the best part of what, an hour and a quarter since he had his last match points at the end of his second set time break.
Jugadores listos. Gracias. Por favor.
Robredo with the third championship point.
Gracias. Por favor. Por favor. Igual.
I thought when Robredo got a look in the second serve, he had to take it on. He did. He ran around the backhand. He hasn't hit a better return all afternoon. Looked to come in behind it, and then he was surprised with the quality of the response from Murray. And then once they got into a rally, you have to commend Murray for wanting to sneak in and finish the point, and he did so at precisely the right moment. Wonderful technique there on the body, moving through it beautifully. What a response.
On it goes. Three match points.
Gracias.
By Andy Murray.
Robredo. Gracias.
Match point number 4.
Por favor. 20
the second set tiebreak. When he served to the same side,
7-all.
missed his first serve, he allows Murray to step up the court and take the ball on, and thereafter he's defending for the rest of the rally. If he throws in the big kicker there as the first serve, Murray's standing much further back. He outmaneuvers Murray. It's much more difficult for them to gain the upper hand in the rally. I think that's a better shout for Robredo there in that situation.
Robredo.
Incredible. We're into Shenzhen territory now. As if you need reminding, Robredo had 5 match points against Murray in that final 5 weeks ago. And the Scot finished the day away. Robredo with his 5th match point.
Gracias. Por favor.
What a sensible serve that was. Took a bit of pace off it, added a bit of spin. Still had work to do on the volley. Great tennis.
It's just nonsense now, isn't it? That's a nonsense if you're Tommy Robredo. This guy's had 10 match points against Murray in the last 5 weeks. And he's still on court. Still hasn't beaten him.
Gracias.
8-all. This time, it's Murray who will stand 1 point from victory.
9-8 Murray.
He's already at match point as well, remember, 5-4 in the third. What was that, half an hour ago? This is now the longest match of the season. Match point, Murray.
He's third in 5 weeks. And that must be a killer for Robredo. 5 match points against Murray in Shenzhen and 5 match points here in Valencia. Incredible final in Valencia. And it's taken every ounce of effort for Andy Murray. Stand up. 3 hours and 20 minutes. Brutal tennis, and Murray is the champion. 3-6, 7-6, 7-6.
It's an incredible effort from both players. Really does say so much for the ATP World Tour that we can understand the final between 2 players of this calibre at this stage in the season, where they can give everything for 3 hours and 20 minutes with so little to separate the two. Both had to dig so deep. Very different reasons throughout the match. Emotionally, they had to dig so very deep. Physically, both dead on the feet. Superbly entertaining for all of us. Privileged enough to be courtside here. Murray's run continues. To 18 of 20 matches that he's won now in the last 5 weeks. 3 titles. And now surely he's done enough to qualify for the season-ending championships at the O2 Arena. The fundamental difference between the two when we look at the numbers is surely break points converted. Match lasted 3 hours and 19 minutes. Within that time, Murray had 13 break points, only able to convert 2. Had that number been better, then surely the match could have been won a little sooner and a little easier. Robredo, on the other hand, played the big points very well, converting all 4. There's a nice contrast in styles to admire. Both players tried to come in whenever the opportunity arose. But really, at the end of the day, it was down to how much they had to give mentally and physically, and they both gave their all. A real joy to watch, a real privilege to be courtside.
Surprisingly, a warm embrace from tournament director Carlos Ferrero for his good friend and compatriot Tommy Robredo. He will, well, he had the Spanish public's respect anyway, but that must be tenfold after that match, wasn't it?
That's everything that we've come to expect and love about Robredo down the years. Gives his all every single time he steps out there on the court, no matter what the match is, where it's being played and who he's up against. And you can only admire him for that. Terrific competitor, superb professional, and the perfect role model, really.
And what a year he's had, even after the disappointments of this afternoon. Another 3 finals, Umag, Shenzhen and here in Valencia. He'll finish the year inside the top 20.
Gracias. Es momento de pedir que venga a recibir el guardián de la hora, Andy Murray.
The 2014 champion in Valencia is Andy Murray, his 2nd title inside the Agora building. And I doubt whether he's put more effort than that to a 3-set ATP singles final. Of course, significant Jason in terms of his titles, 31 on the shelf now, but those 200 points are huge as well, I think.
Massive. That's another 4th position, really, given that Nadal's not playing. He's added a couple of hundred to leave him with 4,295 points now. There's a big difference between him and the player sort of in the 8th position, not including Nadal now. So they've got a phenomenal week in Paris to overtake him. So I think the win this afternoon has done enough to guarantee the fact that we'll see Murray in action at the Barclays ATP World Tour Finals. And rightly so, what he's accomplished in the last 5 weeks has been remarkable.
And providing he can recover, he doesn't have too much of a tired week in Paris. Once the legs are fresh again, should be confident when he gets there.
I don't think the legs will be fresh until 2015, will they? Not up to this afternoon, that's for sure. Don't expect too much from him in Paris next week. That's if he even makes it. He's going to need a wheelchair.
Yeah, I think he might be carrying on to the plane that will head to Paris either this evening or first thing tomorrow morning.
Bueno, pues es hora de hablar, si aún nos quedan fuerzas para articular palabras. En primer lugar, Tommy, felicitarte en nombre de todos, felicitarte en nombre de toda la hora. Este es el torneo en el que ojalá en esta final hubierais podido ganar los dos.
Bueno, buenas noches casi, ¿no? Joder, cómo jode perder así, ¿eh?
Jokes that it's the worst possible way to lose the game, but
nada, creo que primero de todo hay que felicitar a Andy. Tiene más vidas que un gato. Los match points creo que los he jugado bien. Los dos he tenido opción de ganarlo. Ha remado como hace siempre, la tira dentro, te hace jugar una más, una por la cinta, la otra será por poco. Y nada, espero que hayáis disfrutado del espectáculo. Yo he disfrutado muchísimo, aunque haya perdido, pero... Pero nada, así es este deporte, gana uno y lo que es bonito de esto es que estamos a un nivel espectacular, ojalá pudiera jugar todo el año así. Agradecer a toda la gente que está conmigo, que han venido desde Olot, desde Barcelona, todo el público, jugar en casa es espectacular y más si tienes a los tuyos aquí pues aún más. Y nada, agradecer a Juan Carlos, a toda la organización que habéis conseguido que este torneo se mantenga 2 años más. Creo que esto para todos los jugadores españoles, para ATP, es algo maravilloso. Man, I promise next time if I have match points I'm going to beat you. I promise.
A private message for Andy. Next time, I'm going to get you.
Well, firstly, say something to Tommy. I think unbelievable match, great fighter, and he's 32 now, 32, 33, and in unbelievable shape. He's still improving. Great work ethic, and I don't know what else to say, but I have a lot of respect for you, and sorry. I'd also like to thank the people involved in the tournament. They put on a great event. They made my stay very, very nice, and I really enjoy my time here, so thank you very much for inviting me with the wild card. Also, thank you very much to everyone that came to support today. The atmosphere was incredible.
Few Scots in the house too. They got the right results in the end.
And yeah, yesterday the same as well. I played against 2 Spanish players, and the atmosphere from the first point to last was great, and really appreciate the support. Thanks to all the ball kids and umpires, linesmen, everyone involved. Thank you. And finally, thanks to my team there. My first tournament won with Emily, so that's a nice nice way to do it. And Matt and Shane and all of the people I work with that are back home, thank you very much. And yeah, I'm going to try my best next week, and hopefully I can qualify for London, but this week's been fantastic, so thank you very much.